Hey everyone, Todd from the Bueller Bunch. You ever thought of when you very first get your trailer that you're going to go and inspect it? You normally go through there with the dealer and you look at everything and anything. But if you're not armed with how to do it and what to look for, you're stuck behind the scenes just watching them point things out to you. So here's some advice that I hope will help everybody out. Hey everyone, when you're doing a pre-delivery inspection, normally you do it with the dealer. They walk you around, they go, this button does that, this button does that, turn this on, turn that on. A lot of information to throw at you. It's gonna be zooming right by you. In a lot of cases, you're gonna forget about it, or they're just gonna say, I'll look in the manual for it. Don't do that. Be determined when you do your PDI. Your PDI is the time when you tell the dealer, this isn't right, please make it right before I drive it away. Because once you drive your RV away, not only is it going to depreciate in value, but all of the stuff that you didn't discover that you soon will later on is going to be more on you than it's going to be on the dealer. Be prepared to throw a lot at the dealer. And when you take it down the road, you know that at least in your mind, that it's not going to hurt you in the end. You're going to know that it was brought to their attention, they're going to fix it and make it right. One of the things you should do when you first get there is to make sure, number one, that they have gone through it themselves, that this is what they are presenting to you. A lot of cases, the trailers are going to be delivered in all kinds of ways. There's going to be things not mounted yet, not installed yet, and that's because during transport, they don't want that thing to come apart. Well, if they don't want it to come apart, neither do you. You want to make sure that everything is tight and it's good and it's operating. So be prepared to do just that. Operate everything. I'm going in with a checklist. So my checklist has got pretty much as I can think about. I've been looking at this trailer in and out in every video I can see, every little nook and cranny. I've joined several downloadable delivery checklists. The best one I found was the E3 Camping. They have got huge detailed lists on what to do, what to look for. Now granted, it's generic, so you've got to make it your own. We knew we were getting our 22 MLS. I went through and looked at every video I could in regards to that trailer. I wanted to know, oh, there's a luggage door here. Does it work? Does the lock work? Is it mounted right? So I wanted to make sure I knew as much as I can, be educated in this system. So I'm going in armed to the teeth with my checklist. And I think it's about 6 pages long. Everything from the interior to the exterior, to the electrical, to the plumbing, to the appliances. I am gonna look at everything. And also one thing I did, which was hugely invaluable, was to join a Facebook group specific to my trailer, which is the Cougar 22 MLS group. Great group, and it's growing because this is a brand new trailer. Everybody that has seen problems or wanted us to check with, they also had made a list. And I've got that list, granted that somebody had to have found it prior to, but it's nice to know these are the little quirky things with our trailer that we should look at specifically. Somebody had a problem with a refrigerator not doing the right thing. Found out it was operator error, not a dealer thing, not an appliance thing. All of this stuff is gonna come out, but it's nice to know when you join groups like that, what your trailer, all the little quirks and the nuances about it, and all the switches and all the dials, and who did this and what did they do to make it better. It's a great group. So one of the first things you want to make sure you want your dealer to do, plug it in, wire it up, do whatever they have to do to get that thing running just like you would if you were camping. That means sticking the water on it. You want to make sure that everything's working. So with the electrical, you're going to be turning everything on and off. With the water, you're going to be turning everything on and off. You're also going to be looking for leaks. So be prepared for that. You know, what I'm going to bring, iPad. I'm going to be taking videos. I'm going to be taking notes. I'm going to be armed. Video, cell phone, really easy. Video In my case, it would be the in-command system, or the system that actually operates all the electronics inside. New electronics mean new problems. And it's more to document what the dealer is saying. Are you going to remember everything? God, no, I don't think so. Another thing to do, bring your wife along. Bring another person along. Don't be fooled into thinking that just you know what you're doing. My wife sees way more, and from a different perspective too. So another thing you need to do, and it's all depending on your health and your needs, in my case, my back. But take some stuff with you and be armed. Flashlight, floodlight. These things are inexpensive, and look in all the little nooks and crannies. Now, here's something that probably your dealer is gonna freak out about, is when you crawl underneath your trailer. When you do, I'm taking a moving blanket. I wanna be comfortable under there because I'm gonna be spending some time under there. Look at the frame, look at the welds, look at the leaf springs, look at the wheels, look at the tires. This is your time to look at that kind of stuff. Magnifying glass. My eyes aren't the best. So if I do that, oh yeah, I'm gonna see things that I probably wasn't able to see before. And the neat part about this one is it's got lights. It did have lights. Well, guess what? I need to be armed for that. Make sure that your stuff that you're using has got batteries in it, that it works. Hey, like that works. One of the things too you're gonna look at is to make sure that they have the water connected, and let it be connected for some time. You could insist that you bring your water regulator to make sure that they're not blowing up your lines because they have pressure issues. They may or may not have one already, but you also don't want to blow all your lines out. Flashlight, magnifying glass, important things to bring with you when you're doing these. So again, you need to be methodical when you check your trailer. So I'm gonna go tip to tail, and that's on the outside. Go outside first, then go inside. That's where all the goodies are, obviously. Look first at the walls. Look for cracks. Look for imperfections. Look at the decals. Look at that stuff. Again, this is one of those times when you're gonna make someone else responsible for it prior to you buying it. Look at the windows. Are they sealed? Do they look like they're sealed? Is there silicone in places that are all over the trailer? Look to see the obvious. You're obviously not going to catch everything, but as much as you can catch, the better it is. Now, what I intend to do too, because it may be a lot of stuff, is take some blue painter's tape. Anytime I see a problem, blue painter's tape. Just like you would if you were a painter in a house. That's what they do. They put this little blue painter's tape on the wall going, nope, that's not painted, that's not painted, oh, imperfection in the wall. That's what you want to do. At least the dealer knows, oh yeah, that's a spot he spoke about, because they're going to forget as well. It's just another little reminder to go, hey, I spotted something here, boom, check it out. Anyway, when you're doing the exterior, open everything. Operate the locks. Note the codes on the locks. Those are generic in most cases. In other words, your next door neighbor who's never changed their locks, maybe even have a key to your trailer. Something you may need to note is the lock codes. Operate the doors fully. Close them, open them, close them, open them. That's what the doors are designed to do, so do it. Do the little magnets that hold the doors up, are they gonna be operating? Look at all the lights. All the lights have gotta be working, right? So it's gotta be hooked up to your trailer or to your truck. So hook your trailer up to your truck. Do your brake lights work? Is your pin working on your truck? This is the time to know this. There's a lot to it. Your PDI should probably go hours, not just a few minutes. If it's going a few minutes, something's not right. So let's just start with the electrical. Now, granted, you're not an electrician. You want to look at everything and start from the tip of the trailer to the back of the trailer. Be methodic when you check. Look at the batteries. Are they hooked up correctly? Are the connections tight? Are there any fuses in that area that are missing or don't even look like they're working? When you go in, you're gonna have USB and electrical outlets. So take a tester. This is gonna tell you, is it wired right? You just stick this in the outlet. It's gonna light up with these three little lights, and it's gonna tell you, is it connected correctly? Is it wired right? If it's not, you're gonna go, Mr. Dealer, something's not right here. This isn't reading right. USB, take your phone cord with you. See if it charges. And if it doesn't, wonder why. Because it could be that that's a battery only USB. It could be that it's actually wired into the electricity. So in other words, when you go boondocking, there's just a few plugs that actually come up when you're going off your solar system or your 12 volts. There are trailers set up like that. The solar only operates just a couple of switches, or the 12 volt system only operates a couple of outlets. So, understand that and go in prepared to test all those things. Plug them in, make sure they're working. You could bring a radio with you if you don't have one of those. It's just an AM, FM, plug in the wall radio, or a light. Anything that indicates that that is okay and working. Now that we're done giving its huge exam to the outside, we want to do the same thing inside. Be methodical. When you walk in, stay to the right or stay to the left, depending on if you're left or right-handed. But be methodical in your searching. Anything that looks out of place, not square, not up to your standards, question it, ask, bring it to their attention. At least they know that you're looking, and they know that you're not gonna take no for an answer. So the first thing when I walk into my trailer is the door. Look at the door. Hinge work, screen door work, knobs work, locks work. All that stuff needs to be looked at. Just be really meticulous with it. Go to the right, I look at a window. Does the window work? Does the shades work? Are all the screws and the valances, are they connected? Look at the walls. Push on the walls. See if there's a soft spot. Are there screws missing? Are there staples missing? All the trim, is it attached with the little staples? Those little pin nails and staples like that, they're really thin, and during transport, they'll shake loose. This is your time to bring your trailer up to your standards, not theirs, yours. So you're in the bedroom now, and one of the things you need to look at is the mattress. Now, it's a RV mattress. They're not going to be the greatest. They're not going to be the best, but look at the mattress. Now, in our case, on our 22 MLS, we have a window right over the top of the mattress. Now, in some cases, some owners have reported a small leak at the base of the window. So in most cases, the leak is actually behind that window. It's most likely from the upper cap seal. There's an LED light strip that our club had found out, a member had found out that was missing some silicone sealant just on one of those goofy little light strips. The water follows its path right down the light wiring and leaks right by the window. You assume it's the window. It's really not the window. It's actually a leak well above the window. Pull that mattress back, look at the wood. If it looks wet, it looks moist, you had a leak in your trailer. Look at the bathroom. Look at all the seals around the toilets. Now you have water that goes into that area. That means look at the plumbing. Open the cabinets. Look at that plumbing. Feel around the fittings. Are they wet? Are they dripping? Do you have a puddle? Do you have evidence of a puddle? In other words, it's dried up on the floor. Look at that. Rub your fingers on the bottom. Water goes downhill. It'll always be on the bottom of all those pipes, especially around a P-trap. Well, I hope that through my little video here in regards to doing a PDI, that you're at least thinking about things that you may or may not encounter, or what's a PDI. This at least gave you some insight into what it may or may not be. But my whole thing is just to make sure that you go in with the most information and you come out with the best trailer. So do yourself a favor, do some studying, look into your trailer, be prepared when you go for these PDIs, and have fun, and I'll see you out there. This is Todd from the Bueller Bunch. Life moves pretty fast, and if you don't stop to take a look around every once in a while, you're gonna miss it. But you don't wanna miss anything during the PDI. Bye.